Hey everyone, this is Jessika Vazquez, Curator of Integrated Sciences for the San Bernardino County Museum, and today I'd like to share with you some of SBCM's weird and creepy collections. Before museums became what we know them to be today, they were called cabinets of curiosities. These collections originated as private collections of wealthy people who believed the items had supernatural significance. For instance, some of these objects were thought to help with fertility, while some were even thought to help with health. It was not long before these collections sparked interest in the scientific community. Although wet collections can look a bit strange and even a little creepy, their importance in the scientific community is undeniable. Here at the San Bernardino County Museum, we house reptile, amphibian, and insect specimens immersed in fluid. These specimens are kept in a fluid made up of 70% ethanol alcohol and 30% water. Fluid-filled specimens include some of the oldest natural history specimens in the world. The toad has often been associated with witches because of its warty skin, large eyes, and overall strange appearance. But the toad can't help what it looks like. Much of its appearance helps it survive. For instance, toads have large glands behind their eyes. These glands, known as parotoid glands, secrete a milky substance that is toxic to predators. They can also puff up to look larger and hopefully keep from being someone else's dinner. Here we have a jar of spadefoots that were collected in the 1970s. If you look closely, you can see large spades on their rear feet. These spades aid in burrowing. Burrowing allows these little guys to estivate for long periods of time. They can emerge from the earth when conditions are favorable, just like magic. Here we have a jar of black salamanders collected in 1905 in the county of San Mateo. One interesting fact about these endemic critters is that they have no lungs. That's right. Black salamanders are part of a family that conduct respiration through their skin as well as the tissues in the lining of their mouths. Although terrestrial, these salamanders do need to inhabit moist environments to respire and survive. In lore, the salamander has often been associated with fire. Some of the extraordinary traits given to salamanders include fire manipulation, fire invulnerability, and fire breath. Leonardo da Vinci once wrote, "This has no digestive organs and gets no food but from the fire, in which it constantly renews its scaly skin," about the salamander. This northern Mojave rattlesnake, also known as the Mojave Green, was collected near the Calico ghost town in the Calico Mountains on April 26, 1968. If that's not creepy enough, let's talk about the potent combination of this species' venom. Mojave greens have a venom that combines neurotoxins and hemotoxins. So what's the difference? In short, neurotoxins attack the nervous system, while hemotoxins attack the blood. Additionally, Mojave greens have heat-sensing pits that allow them to see in infrared, hinged fangs, and they give birth to fully formed mini rattlesnakes. Forget the eggs. Actually, they hatch inside, but it's still pretty cool. Now, this may all sound terrifying, but the truth is, rattlesnakes pose a minimal risk to people. In fact, rattlesnakes' bites are uncommon, and fatalities due to rattlesnake bites are even rarer. These beautiful creatures deserve all of our respect, but not our fear. In some Native American cultures, rattlesnakes are a common motif on baskets. And what's even more interesting is that the snakes represented are woven in a coiling fashion. This shows us that the importance of rattlesnakes as part of an ecosystem was understood early on. What about these Helo monsters? They were collected in the early 1900s. These lizards are one of a few species of venomous lizards in the world. Other venomous lizards include the Komodo dragon and the Mexican beaded lizard. In the United States, they are the largest lizards and they inhabit deserts. Unlike venomous snakes, these lizards inject venom by chewing with their enlarged grooved teeth located in their lower jaws. Because they don't need to eat often, as they can store energy in their tails and bodies, Gila monsters are seldom seen, which contributed to them being associated with fantastical properties. Once upon a time, the breath of a Gila monster was believed to be lethal by some, while the skin of the Gila monster was thought to have healing properties by others. Although big and intimidating in appearance, these lizards are harmless when left alone. In fact, the venom of these glorious lizards was used to develop a synthetic treatment that is used in treatment of type 2 diabetes. Here we have a botfly that was found on a rabbit host in 1983. These creepy little things are truly the stuff of nightmares. Adult females lay eggs on the abdomens of vectors like mosquitoes in hopes that the mosquito will find its eggs a good home. Once the egg hatch, then they embed themselves into the skin of its host through an available opening. The larvae develops and grows inside its host's body until it is ready to emerge from the flesh of its host and continue on its journey. You have to hand it to this parasite. They've got a system that really works. You just never know what little beasts are living inside you. Did someone say vampire? Well, check out these dog ticks that were collected in 1981 in Highland, California. Ticks require blood to survive, and they get blood from hosts such as mammals, reptiles, amphibians, and birds. Once a tick finds a suitable host, it will grasp to the skin, pierce into the surface, and insert its feeding tube in order to feed. Now the blood drinking can begin without interruptions. Not scary enough? How about this? If the tick contains a pathogen of some kind, this can be transmitted to its host during feedings. Another commonly feared critter is the spider. With 8 legs, it's not difficult to understand why. Although often portrayed as something to be feared, the spider has also been associated with destiny because of the spider's ability to spin a web. Spider webs are made from silk, which is a type of protein. Spider silk is produced by silk-making organs called spinnerets. There's a total of 7 different silk glands, and these glands produce different types of silk. This is evident when you take a look at all the different webs in your own backyard. Spiders use silk to protect their eggs, protect themselves, and some use it to catch prey. Silk is an incredible material, as it is flexible and strong, stronger than steel, in fact. This is why spider silk is a fascinating topic to researchers. Who knows? That creepy little spider up in the corner of your bedroom could be the answer to future building materials. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed diving into some of SBCM's weird and creepy. Please stay tuned as some of these will be coming to exhibit soon.